Hi there, my name's Cian. I'm the Director of Training here at Project to Heal. Today, I'm going to explain to you how to get your dog to down. Here we like to break it into 3 separate parts, but the most vital part of starting a training session is to make sure you have some treats with you, whether it be just their kibble or some type of actual training treat that's more high value, and then also some sort of marker. So whether it be, a verbal word or a clicker, I tend to use the word yes, but in a really high-pitched voice.
Yes.
The purpose of a marker word is to build an association with your dog with some noise that you're making to something positive happening. The closest comparison I can give to that is like Pavlov and his dogs, when he used to use the bell and they would salivate. In terms of down, or really any basic commands that I teach my dog, I like to break it down into 3 separate parts. I start with luring, which is just taking a treat in your hand and moving them into the position you want them to be in. And then after I do that for a little bit and they're starting to kind of get the gist of it, I'll throw in a verbal cue, so then they can build an association from the cue to the luring. And then after a while, you might see them start to just offer you the behavior once you just say the verbal cue, and at that point you have them on just a verbal command, and that's where we like to be at. So luring would look a little bit like this. I'm gonna take it and lure her slowly down to the ground, and then I'm gonna say my marker word, yes, and I'm gonna give her the treat. So it's nice to slow that down for them because they're gonna eventually build an association with that luring movement and your marker word and put 2 and 2 together and say, hey, this is a behavior that he's looking for. So I'll show you again. I'm gonna get her attention, have her looking right at it, and then I'm gonna lower her down real slow. Yes, good girl. And then eventually you're gonna wanna throw in the verbal command once you've repeated just the luring process a few times, so that way they can build an association from your luring gesture to a verbal command. So I'd say, down, yes. And I'm giving a verbal command there, but I'm also luring her into the spot that I want her to be in. So I'm gonna bring her back up. Abby, sit, down, yes. So eventually you want your timing to be on 2. You don't wanna wait too long to give her marker word, which is yes, so she knows the reward's coming, because if you wait 2 or 3 seconds after she's completed the action you want her to do, she might not know what you're rewarding her for. Eventually she's gonna build that association of cue to lure, and then eventually once she has that down and she's kind of thought about that for a while, you should be able to sit her back up and then just look at her and tell her, down, yes. And then she should be able to just perform the behavior on just a verbal cue basis.